There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from winter break. Almost said spring break. That would be wishful thinking. I hope you guys had a relaxing winter break. It was nice having those 2 weeks off. Um, so a couple of quick reminders. Um, before we get going. Since we've been gone for a bit, I want to go over some expectations with you. Now, if we were actually physically in the classroom, I'd be pointing to our champs posters. But since we don't have our posters here, I figured I would just give us a little visual reminder on here. First of all, we want to make sure we keep our conversations on topic. Okay, that includes the chat conversations. We want to, if you need assistance, if your camera's on, you can raise your hand, or you can do the hand raising on Google Classroom. Let's not do the I'm going to put my hand in front of the camera and wave. There's one of me, so you got to be patient while I'm letting people share. Take part in the activities that we're going to be doing. Make sure the movement, we want to kind of keep our movements down to a minimum, unless it's like an emergency bathroom break and you can just type in the type in the chat that Mr. Taylor, I need to use the bathroom, and I'll just let you go. Participation, same thing goes with the hand raising. If you'd like to participate, raise your hand or do the hand raise. I'll be monitoring. I monitor that on the side, and I'm going to try to call on you guys in the order in which the hands were raised on Classroom. You do all that, and we're going to be successful. So the first thing we're going to do, seeing as this is our last class of the day, and I kind of have a feeling we're kind of going to need our batteries recharged. I want us to take a moment, and we're going to listen to the metronome here. Okay, now if those of you that have that play instruments might be familiar with a metronome. But this is just a metronome I have in the class that we're just going to listen to for about a minute. And while we're listening to it, I want to just, if you can close your eyes, just pay attention to your breathing, relax, and just listen for about a minute. All right. So let me re-hit that. And I figure it's a good way to kind of just help us refocus ourselves, for that, so we can power through. We got one more this class, and then we are done for our first day back after winter break. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do a little bit of second step today, and I want us to focus on stress and how we're handling it. Now, we just came back from winter break, and hopefully this was a time for us to kind of lower our stress levels. And I've got two questions here. I want to go in reverse order here. So since we were off for 2 weeks, what were some things that you did that helped to reduce your stress when you were on break? Like, helped you relax a little bit? What were some things you did to relax? Allie?
I took deep breaths, but I do them kind of a special way. I breathe in for 4 seconds. I breathe in for 4 seconds. I hold for 4 seconds. I breathe out for 4 seconds, and I hold for 4 seconds.
So you kind of have like a system to it almost, it sounds like, till you're
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Let's see. Lyra, then Issa. Go ahead, Mary.
What I like to do to reduce my stress level is I just like to breathe, and sometimes I like to close my like sometimes I'll lay my head against something and then I'll make little tapping sounds on if it's like wood or something, and
Okay.
make a nice beat, and it's kind of relaxing.
Okay. Let's see. Tess.
Wait, Mr. Tater, you said
Oh,
that I
sorry,
was
sorry, my bad. I forgot. Issa,
Okay.
then Tess.
So what I did over winter break, and this is strictly for winter break because I had gone to Cancun. When it was nighttime, I would jump in the pool and listen to music.
Okay.
It's kind of relaxing music.
Okay. So pool, so you could go swimming, or relax. Music is sometimes a way for people to relax. Okay. Okay. All right, Tess.
What I like to do to reduce stress is I have these like little magnet balls, and I like to squish those and usually make designs. And it usually helps me just relax and not think about what's stressing me out.
So it sounds like it's kind of like an art kind of thing, isn't it? Am I hearing that right? Okay, so sometimes doing art will be a stress reliever for people. Okay, Asher.
Being on time for school was very stressful for me, and
Okay.
since we didn't have school over winter break, it reduced my stress levels.
Okay, so that's good. So just being out of school for a little bit kind of helps reduce stress. Yeah, I could see that. Let's see, Brady.
I try to do like any type of physical activity.
Okay, so like a physical exertion will help to kind of burn off some of that stress. Okay, Layla.
So I am obsessed with squishies. I have two ways. So I squish the squishy, and like I squish it as hard as I could while breathing in and out. And
Okay.
then I go out, my second one, I go outside and I breathe in like as much as I could. And then I
Okay.
breathe out as much as I could to like let all the air out and in.
Okay. Okay. Musadik.
Well, some people say like intense stuff kind of like makes you like not relax because like it's like really intense. But like honestly, intense stuff makes you not think about anything, only on that thing. So like playing sports is like something I like. So like playing basketball and also just like playing video games.
Okay. Claire.
So yesterday night before bed, my mom and I did yoga, and that really helped me relax.
Yep.
And sort of get all my muscles a little, how should I say it? Again, relax, but it's not sort of.
Kind of loosen them up.
Yes, that's
There you go. Now notice all of you have shared different ways that you have found ways to relieve some of that stress. Aiden just said he likes listening to rock to help him sleep. Yeah, sometimes listening to music, different types of music. And to kind of build on something that Musadik said, he said something that was kind of intense. That helps him to kind of like a competitive basketball, like just for fun, is a way for him to de-stress because it helps him kind of distract his mind. For example, when we were getting closer to coming back from winter break, and I'm starting to go through the mental checklist in my head of, okay, these are all the things that I have to do. These are the things I have to get ready before we come back. I'm starting to get my stress level up. And by Saturday, I was kind of like, okay, do I have everything ready? And I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. And I'm like, you know what? I need to stop thinking about this for a minute. So I went on YouTube and I started watching some, just different videos. And the ones I ended up watching were ones where people were playing practical jokes on each other, which started to make me laugh. And it made me completely forget about the thing that was stressing me out, so that when I came back to it, I wasn't as stressed out because I'm like, wait a minute, I already did that thing. So I'm good. I was able to start checking off the items on my mental checklist. And then when I came to school today from home, I was able to kind of come in much more calm than if I were kind of still building on that stress that I had before. Okay. So excuse me. Let's go to that first question real quick. What are some like physical ways you know that you're getting a little stressed out? Layla.
If you feel like you don't have time for anything else.
Okay, so you feel stressed when you don't feel like you have time for everything that you need to do. Okay, okay. Tess.
The way that I know I'm usually stressed out or angry is I usually get more snappy at people. I don't know if that's how I should describe it. And I usually get more tense and feel like whatever I do is wrong.
Okay, okay. Allie.
So, as crazy as it sounds, I snap at people when I'm stressed, and I get more tense. I do basically that everyone else has done, except another way that I know when I'm feeling tense, I feel like these bubbles coming up, and I just want to let them out.
Okay, okay. Lyra.
Sometimes when I'm stressed, I feel like I want to punch someone or something, or like I just want to cry or something, or like you just really want to talk to someone, but you're so mad you just don't want to.
Okay. Brady.
I usually start to lose focus on what I'm trying to do.
So it's harder for you to focus on things. Okay, okay. Claire.
When I'm stressed, I start like crying sometimes, but not all the time. And also I just get so angry that if I make a mistake that's really bad, I sort of want to like I sort of feel a little depressed, should I say?
Okay.
Like always agree. Yeah, I'm the only kid who makes mistakes. I'm like really not a good kid at all. Something.
And see, that's the thing. Like now, again, notice how when we talked about the ways we relieve our stress, there's some common things that people have mentioned, but there's some differences, and there's no right or wrong. There's no one way that people will experience stress. I know when I'm starting to get stressed out, and again, this is building on what I was talking about. I start getting a lot of times I get a headache right here, and it makes it just really difficult to focus. And sometimes I'll feel like my shoulders are kind of tense. Those are ways that I know, like, oh, this is I need to do something to change things. Okay, but like I said, there's no right or wrong way for us to feel stress, and different things will stress different people out. There's no, I don't know. I'm kind of being repetitive here, but it's okay to be stressed, and it's okay to have these feelings. So the next time you start feeling a little bit stressed, and hopefully since we came back from winter break, our stress levels have lowered. Okay, but if you start to experience that, go back to these things that we just talked about. That'll help to kind of make you forget these things and kind of reduce those stress levels. And if that doesn't help, you've got resources of people to talk to. You can reach out to your teachers. You can reach out to your parents. We're all available to help you out if you get to that point where it's like, I just can't do it. Okay, because like I said, everyone experiences stress, even your parents. Like I said, your teachers do too. And it's okay. And to kind of cycle back to one thing, it's okay to make mistakes, okay? Because everyone will make mistakes from time to time. It's okay. It shows that you're human, all right? So I feel like this is a good stopping point for our second step lesson, and we'll come back to this later on in the week and throughout the year, seeing if there's ways we can, is there something that's stressing us out that we need to talk about, or are there, hey, I learned something new that's going to help us, you know, that it helps me to reduce my stress level, we can kind of share out, okay? So we're going to switch gears here, and we're going to move on to science. If you do not have